joined by the hundreds with supporters of Students Against Drunk Driving. It's a special fundraiser for both, as tonight TV 23 brings you the gala premiere of that film honoring that macabre American icon, the Addams Family. Hi, Bob Delaforce, and now to take us to the premiere only 2 hours away is Scott Winters and Roger Munyon.
Good. How about yourself?
Hey, not bad at all, and why not? Because we've got an exciting night here at Studio 28. We certainly hope that you are getting ready. You know, you're flipping through the dial. All of a sudden, you see us standing out here.
What it means is it's going to be another exciting year of a special premiere event here at Studio 28. And
tell you what,
Of the
Scott,
music.
let's go ahead and twist and tweak a little bit. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about what's going on?
well, tonight, as you've probably seen the promos that we've been running, it's the premiere of the Addams Family. And we're also helping out local area SAAD chapters. Now, the SAAD chapters in the local area, the West Michigan area, have been selling tickets to tonight's show, and the proceeds will go to those local SAAD chapters.
Of course, SAAD being Students
Against Drunk Drivers.
Driving. Right. So anyway, it's not only us, it's not only Scott Winters and I, but would you believe we have some of the ookiest, kookiest, and absolutely spookiest people joining us this evening? I have a sneaking feeling that if we were to whistle, it would not be very far away. What's the old Bogart line there? You know how to whistle. Just put your lips together and blow. Shall we try that?
Go ahead.
And now they come. And now they come. Oh, yes! Right on cue, just like we planned it yesterday, too. Okay, yeah, here they go. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Gomez and Morticia Addams. Yes, good evening. It's a delight to have you both here. I promise no French. I kept the union rules, no French, because this police can't take it. Anyway, it's nice that you both here this evening.
It's good to be here.
And I noticed that they are sprinkling a little bit of wolfbane on the popcorn tonight, so we are all set for you. It ought to be a delightful evening. Who's this fellow that you are hanging around with here? Oh, this is Gomez. I'm Gomez. Gomez. He is a wonderful person. What endears you to him?
He makes me divinely unhappy.
I see. I have a sneaking feeling that tonight's film is going to set a little of that aside. You'll see it's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. You will never see a happier, warmer, more normal, sweeter couple than Gomez and Morticia Addams. And the only way you'll find that out is to be right here tonight. You two, I understand you brought a passel of family members with you. You are not alone.
No, not at all. We have our children and Mama.
Please
And
introduce them.
Fester.
Please, sir, why don't you introduce them, sir? Let me hand this to you.
And this, of course, is Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester, the Bermuda Triangle didn't do me any good, I'll tell you.
And this is Wednesday. And how are you doing Wednesday?
Fine, thank you.
And
I'm your Grandma.
Grandma, this is your mother.
Yes,
And
my little girl. This is my grandbaby.
Pugsley.
and behind us, we all know who this guy is. Lurch. The whole family's down here.
Which means your whole family ought to be down here, too. Let's see. Okay, there we are, because they're swinging around here. We're trying to keep track here. There, now we're all set. Tell you what, if your whole family is able to make it down here to Studio 28 tonight, you're not only going to meet these folks right here, you're going to also see them on the screen. They're going to tippy-toe behind the screen and perform for you immediately upon the rolling of the new film. We're going to get to know a little bit more about the Addams Family, what's gone into this spectacular motion picture, and also we're going to find out about some of the folks who come in tonight from SAAD and other organizations, and we're going to find out about Addams trivia. And find out, it's no fair asking these folks because they know they've lived the answers. So now we've got to find ourselves in a position where we've got a few gifts for people tonight who are stopping by, participating in this special event. And let's see, I understand our gift certificates include MC Sporting Goods, that was told. And Scott, doesn't come to mind quickly?
No, because I didn't see him.
Okay, but I've been told by the producers, a couple of other West Michigan folks have tipped in a few gift certificates, so you'll have a chance to come down and not only help SAAD, Students Against Drunk Driving, or TV 23 as well. It's your choice with the tickets. You can also win some prizes just by knowing who's who and what's what and who does what to whom, etc. in the Addams Family. So all you have to do is get on down here. Got a broomstick you can crawl on and all that type of stuff, and get on down to Studio 28. Now, Scott, sir, I understand do we know right now, or are we ready to announce which high school was the winning high school?
We're going to do that in a little bit. Right now, I think they're still tallying the actual figures up to see who is the SAAD chapter that sold the most tickets.
See, the young people got together, and they went out and pre-promoted this event, and they've sold advance tickets, but there are also tickets right here in the lobby. So all you have to do is mention that you're buying tickets to help TV23 and the SAAD chapters with their fundraiser, and you can help both these. Well, of course, I'm going to say that we're a great organization, Scott. You know, real subtle with
The
that.
Roger and Scott.
Yes, the Roger and Scott Electric Sock Fund is going to be immediately put into place. But see, chills and creeps are what the Addams Family is all about. We better not have them get too chilly, though. You wouldn't like to just relax in the dungeon for a few moments here, a nice, warm, heated dungeon until, well, yes, I do. I have a rack of lamb waiting for me, and when I get home, I'm going to dig into that. But no, something tells me that's not what you mean.
No, Uncle Fester would like a rack to relax on.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't get the Lazy Boy rack out yet, did we?
The Craftmatic adjustable rack. It's on its way.
Oh, but it's coming. It's coming. I'll tell you what. We'll take delivery in just a couple of minutes. So I'll tell you what, we'll give you a chance to get in there and mill around with a couple of folks here and have some fun, and we'll get back to you in just a little bit. Addams Family, thank you. It is a pleasure. Oh, wait a minute. We almost forgot somebody. Ow, ow. Wait a minute. But now, this ought to be interesting. Are we going to do this in sign? We would like to introduce usually the unspoken member of the Addams Family.
Back over that way now.
We're going to switch back this way now? Okay, thank you. Well, let's see if we can do this now, if I can avoid blocking the shot. We have someone who, let's put it this way, Gomez is great at three-handed games here when it comes to cards here because he's got a little friend helping out. Who's your buddy?
This is Thing.
This is Thing.
He does my nails.
And it's such a nice job, too. How does he do it?
Oh, he slaves at it, you know. There's only one of him, so it takes a long time, but he does such a wonderful job. I sit in the electric chair.
Yes. And he goes ahead and provides the beautiful touch there. Oh, the nice buzzard blood. It does kind of look nice in the moonlight. But, yeah, but who does your nails, Thingy? We have a sound man in there going, find another way to communicate, would you please? Hey, all you have to do is come down to Studio 28, and who knows? No, I don't think we're going to put Thing in a complimentary box of popcorn. No, that's not in the promotional plans. Jack Loach is in the back going, no. So instead, come on down to Studio 28. You know where it is. Anyone in West Michigan knows where Studio 28 is. Participate in the Addams Family. Now, what else is on your agenda this evening, sir?
We're just going to be here. We're going to go see some of the local SAAD chapters have went into the studio and recorded some messages for tonight that we're going to see.
Yes, we have some sad moments we're going to share.
Yep, and we've also got some of the bloopers from the promo that the two of us did a couple weeks back.
What, huh?
There was one of them, just one. I think that was your.
Oh.
And we're also going to see
only one mistake, right?
One mistake. We're also going to see the Hammer video for the soundtrack of the movie The Addams Family.
And I understand we're just about ready to find out all the people involved. Is that right, Mr. Director, frantic with his hair going at a 12-degree angle? I think they're ready to do a roll, folks. So as we get ready to roll inside and meet you in the nice warm confines of Studio 28, let's find out what SAAD chapters are participating in tonight's fundraiser.
Chapter in West Michigan participating in the Premier Night 91. And those schools are Rogers High School and sponsor Kathy Kaminga, Lowell High School and sponsor Maureen Dorough, Lee High School and sponsor Andrea Darling, Granville High School and sponsor Carl Tidd, East Kentwood High School and their sponsor Mike Bacon, Kelloggsville High School and sponsor Kelly Weichelman, Sparta High School and sponsor Val Hope, City High School and sponsor Daniel Wilson Ross, Creston High School, their sponsor Chester Huff, Central High School, sponsor Keith Vree, Wyoming Park High School, sponsor Mary Van Buren, Jettison High School, their sponsor Dave Chazewski, and Hopkins High School, sponsor Nancy Manship. All these schools from the Students Against Drunk Drivers are participating in tonight's Premier Night 91, and we salute them for their help and their support of Students Against Drunk Driving and their support for TV23's Premier Night 91, The Addams Family. Now, as tension builds and excitement brews here in the area of Studio 28, the largest screen theater under one roof in the world. We have people milling about preparing for this exciting premiere, and cars have not stopped going by here as they pull up to the portico, getting ready to get out and go in and purchase their tickets to support Students Against Drunk Driving, and doing a wonderful job here. As you can see, if we go to the portico, many of the people coming and going through the Studio 28 theaters, 20 theaters under one roof here, preparing for any number of choices of movies that you may want to see, but most importantly tonight, we want you to see The Addams Family, because this truly is a Hollywood premiere night. This movie has not been shown anywhere except tonight at the premiere, and we are watching and waiting for the cars and the students from the various high schools to be here. And now, as we understand, Roger and Scott have moved inside the lobby of Studio 28 to the ticket area, so we'll go to them and find out what they are going in the ticket lobby.
Uh-oh, which mic? And back we are. This time we're in the nice warm confines of Studio 28, where we'd like to see you right here in the lobby. And again, ask for your special Addams Family ticket for either SAAD or for TV 23. Now, anyway, sir, I understand you've had sort of a punky couple of days here, just kind of fighting off Bulgarian throat fungus or something there.
A nice cold that I caught last weekend, and it's the old adage, it takes 3 days to get a cold, 3 days to have a cold, 3 days to get rid of a cold. I'm on my downhill swing now in 3 days.
Good, I hope so.
Hopefully, we'll be able to hold out for a couple hours with some voice.
Yeah, well, for one thing, we're not going to really spoil the image too fast, but I can't think of any neater actors and actresses and friends of TV 23 and Studio 28 than we have participating as tonight's cast of the Addams Family, and we'll get to meet them a little bit later on. But now, Scott, how old were you in 1964? Because if that's when my memory serves me right, that was the season the Addams Family premiered on ABC.
I was a year old, so I caught it in reruns.
You really? You actually were a year old, huh?
I was a year old.
Oh, good heavens, now I feel horrible, because I'm trying to remember to see. Okay, I was probably tail end of junior high, I think. Oh, man. Yeah, get the Grecian formula, will you? So I just don't look so bad next to you. But, no, it was part of the Friday night lineup, and the funny thing about it was that, you know, TV goes in trends. Can you remember what other program premiered that very same year? The program was on a Thursday night, and it was CBS's answer to the Addams. Yes, it was. Yeah. For some reason, and the funny thing is that both shows lasted the same amount of time. Remember how long that was? Do you want to take a guess? How long do you think both those shows?
6 years.
Would you believe only 2 seasons
Only
apiece?
2 seasons.
Only 2 seasons. Both Munsters and the Addams Family were on 2 seasons, and of course, see, that makes you wonder, because ABC had the classic Charles Addams characters locked up, and then CBS had the famous Universal monsters tied in with their Universal series, The Munsters. So, I mean, what would that have left for NBC?
Yeah, really.
I mean, not a whole lot, you know, probably, you know, something like, you know, Mothra, you know. Yeah, it was a great situation comedy. Hi, honey, I'm home, you know, and Mothra comes in and destroys the house. It'd probably be a very weak theme to build a 26-week series on. But what do you remember about the Addams Family? Did you ever see any of the cartoons? I mean, the classic, you know, because I used to have a couple of paperback books.
Were they the New Yorker they originally appeared in?
Yes, Charles Addams, a rather bizarre type of fellow there, just seemed to, as he was developing his own style there, just happened to come up with characters who could match certain parts of his psyche and things that he wanted to express, and needless to say, most everyone seems to have a favorite, Uncle Fester.
Yeah, I think
Just
a lot of people.
Yeah, just such a mischievous imp. And let's see. In fact, I might not give away too much here, because before long we're going to wind up getting into these trivia questions, which we're going to do in just a little bit. So let me encourage you, friends, that if you're going to join us down here at Studio 28 tonight, again, watch for the Addams Family. Follow the path to the ticket booth here, because there are special tickets that not only help TV 23, but also help area chapters of SAAD. See, there's a sad young man over there, one I know, and yes, he is certainly a sad case, folks. And so just think, if he had lived and survived that accident, he would have been something really, really spectacular. And he's going to get me in church this Sunday. Anyway, friends, all you have to do is join us here at Studio 28. Now, let's get back to your reminiscences here, because like you said, you caught them on cable.
Right.
And so that was what TBS in the afternoon or something like that?
Yeah, late afternoon.
You got a favorite episode that comes to mind that, now I'm starting to get Scott disease.
No, not really. I don't think
Really?
there is really a favorite episode. I think we've all seen probably bits and pieces of at least every episode, if not every episode.
But you know, let's not bypass the fact that it's got to be a challenge to take, basically, let's see, that'd be about a 25-year-old phenomenon, which to a degree was short run, but built on classic characters. And now, can you carry that over into a movie? And believe me, Paramount and Studio 28 is doing everything they can to make, in a sense, make us go back in time, but give us a touch of the modern as well in this new Addams Family. And I don't know, from what you've seen on television and all the clips there, what's your initial impression?
It looks good. It really looks good. The clips I've seen, the trailers that we've seen together, I think they've done a good job on it.
My kids, first thing, you know, I had some notes given to me by someone not long ago. Here's some notes in the Detroit News, and we were riding around today. My son, Eric, didn't know that I was going to be doing this. I wasn't going to look for grief, you know, no way. This, Dad, I want to be there tonight. No way, this is just too much commotion here. But he says, I got to see this, Dad. This is a kick, I got to see it. And so, obviously, we're probably going to make more than one trip to see this particular film. Now, as far as the different characters here, let me see. If I were to take a look at you, Scott Winters, yes, I would say Scott is... Are you sure? I find a lot of Gomez in you.
A lot of Gomez?
Yeah, because let's face it, you're over there at KLQ, and you get to raise a little havoc. And you get
occasion,
to be
yes.
smart, sharp, savvy, with that cutting-edge humor and that wicked little grin of yours. Yeah, I'd say, folks, yeah. No, maybe not. I don't know. Just as long as you don't say Morticia, I'm going to slap you. Right? Yeah, Pugsley, I'll buy him. Yeah, thanks so much, my pal. What we have here, folks, is we're going to take a break for just a second here. But I think the first thing, let me understand this, because our director, who, you know, his bray is a little tight, and the blood's not going all the way to the top here, you know, and circulating here. Nice guy. We want to double check, because I think we're in the process now of digging up our first trivia question of the evening, and we'll check. I think our staff is, let's see, I wonder if Mr. Cameron can do a Captain Kangaroo here, you know, with a yes, no, you know, type of deal here. If we're, I think we're in the process of digging up, well, what we have is, again, we have some questions. A new book called, let's see, what do they call it here? I want to call it the Addams Compendium. I don't think that's quite the name. Addams Chronicles. Yeah, well, that's right. That's right. There was a television show, right? The Addams Chronicles. Hey, I'm right up to date. And in that book, you'll find out everything you ever wanted to know about the Addams Family. And our staff dug through and picked out a few questions. And if people can answer these questions correctly, they can wind up getting themselves some very nice gift certificates. So let's check here. We'll wait a moment.
Well, we do have a SAAD moment to look at right now.
Right, and
so we can do that while we're waiting for an answer, perhaps.
Okay, because we're going to combine these as the night goes on. We're going to combine our questions and SAAD moments. But to kind of give you an idea of what these SAAD moments are like, why don't we go to the truck and tell them to hit that old tape and show you part of what you're helping tonight.
Hi, I'm Becky from Central High School's SAAD chapter. We too want to thank TV23 for hosting this benefit fundraiser for SAAD. Premiere Night 91. Come on down to Studio 28 and support SAAD with the Addams Family.
So right now they're out there rounding up folks to play the trivia game, and that, friends, is a SAAD moment, Students Against Driving Drunk.
That's right, those students went into the studio and recorded those. We'll see different segments from the different schools that are involved all night today.
Mm-hmm. And okay, yeah, we're just double checking there. Yes, in fact, yes, the riot squad is standing by in case we get swamped here for tickets, and we hope that's the case. So those of you watching Wyoming Community Access TV 23, you know, instead of we coming to you, nickel and diming you in begathons and that type of stuff, which can become extremely tedious, we try to do events that tie in with fun things in the community. So if you'd like to help TV 23 and also help SAAD, why not stop by tonight and come on and join us for the Addams Family, the West Michigan premiere here at Studio 28. the film, it's been hard to avoid. You know, I mentioned that you work for KLQ, and since I work at a station that features CNN headline news, you can imagine that the media people have been heavy promoting this film, and I've been hearing comment after comment, segment after segment. This film's been hard to avoid because they've got a lot of hopes for this film.
They do.
Yeah, and I understand they've already said that the cast has said sequel, you bet. So if all goes well with this opening blast of the Addams Family, they just might become an annual thing for all we know. But between you and me, I'm very curious to see how well Raul will do as Gomez, because it's hard to top Gomez himself, John Astin.
Yes. Who's now doing, let me think, Night Court episodes.
Yes, and also doing, would you believe, of all things, well, the latest motion picture. Take a wild guess as to the latest motion picture that Mr. Astin has been a part of.
Something that's out now, or?
It is just about out. In fact, oddly enough, this would be his third film in the series. One has been shown quite often, another one went direct to video, and then this new one coming out will be hitting theaters soon. It's another one of the Killer Tomato films.
Oh.
Yes, as he plays Dr. Putrid T. Gangrene, the mad scientist who's learned how to turn common fruits and vegetables. Me too. And I'm looking forward to the other two because they are a total riot. And of course he does the voice for the cartoon series. Yes, and in fact I caught him doing a voice on another cartoon series just a couple of days ago because Fox is also doing that new Tasmania. And that's strolling along. That's just interesting. That voice sounds painfully familiar. Rolled the credits, and sure enough, John Astin is also playing one of the characters on the new Tasmania. So he's found a nice comfort level, acting, doing cartoon voices, and that type of stuff.
Paying the bills.
Yes. But I don't know. Would it be a stretch for him to get back into the old suit and do it again? Hard to say. I wonder if people think of him as a contemporary actor in that realm.
Yeah, I wonder if he had a problem with typecasting after that, if he'd even be willing to go back and do that.
Well, let's face it, his roles have been relatively warped, so there must have been a little bit of casting in there. Now, let's check with our magic producer there and see whether or not we are rolling with the concept of getting a folk in for the Addams Family questions. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask you. Hey, we'll set that aside just long enough to say that Scott Winters and I are here at Studio 28, and again, it's one of the best theaters in the state of Michigan, if not the country, because again, you get to choose from 20 screens of entertainment, and so not just the Addams Family, there's a lot to choose from tonight, but if we could strongly hint and suggest a certain motion picture for this evening, gee, what do you think it would be?
Addams Family.
Yeah, not Christmas Vacation, believe me. Anyway, so okay, okay, he wants 3 fingers of vodka. Help the man over there because he's starting to move here. Okay, so we're getting the 3-minute cue here?
Trivia number 3.
Okay, good. All right, then. Then what we're going to do, friends, is let's go right to it then. One of the things I remember on the show, which was a lot of fun, and it would always shake people up when they'd come in, is that you'd see this beautiful model train going around Gomez, would just have a ball with his train set, and then all of a sudden he'd just reach down, grab some sort of device, and wham, the trains would splatter all over the ceiling. Yeah. Now, sir, before we get to a sad moment, which will give you a little time to think about this, do you remember from your reruns, as I remember it in real time, Gomez powered his model train wrecks. He would set them off with what, sir? Was it A, TNT, B, nitroglycerine, C, Grandmama's soup, which was pretty powerful in and of itself, or D, all of the above? You think about it a minute after we share a sad moment with you here at TV 23.
Hi, I'm Courtney Tamburello from the East Kentwood High School Institute SAAD chapter. We also want to thank TV 23 for hosting this benefit fundraiser for SAAD. Premiere Night 91, come on down to Studio 28 and support SAAD with the Addams Family.
We could probably talk about the fact that we'll be...
Yeah, we could be doing that, but of course this guy over there is going... So, have you given any thought to the answer?
I think it was TNT, wasn't it?
TNT. You're absolutely right. Congratulations. There is another winner, and if you guessed A at home, you're doing very well. If not, there's only one way to correct this, the sad case of Adams knowledge stupidity, and that is to get on down here, grab a ticket, and see the film for yourself here at Studio 28. You know, funny story about this film that is just ironic. You remember watching the end of the program, and you watched the Addams Family and Up Would Crawl a thing. This has been a film waste. Yeah. Well, that small company there, which also gave us such classics. I think their first one was Mr. Ed. Then they went on with the Addams Family, Green Acres, and gave us a whole slew of shows during the 60s. Yes, and a few that didn't quite sit so well, like the Red Button Show and a few others, the Phyllis Diller sitcom. And those were not all golden days of television, Scott. But it seemed that company was later purchased by Orion Pictures. And Orion was busy at work doing this motion picture. And then all of a sudden, a few shifts happened and people moved from place to place. And the next thing you know, Paramount inherited this. And I think that's part of why the premiere is going so well across the country. Because they sure do. Paramount is putting a lot of years of experience into putting together a fun night for everyone involved. Hey, I wonder, do they have the little handheld thingies that we had in our promos? I wonder if they're handing those out tonight.
I think they might be.
Yeah. And of course, you've seen posters and the music. And what's this about MC Hammer?
I don't know that much about it, but MC Hammer, they didn't originally, when they wanted the score for the movie, they were a little leery about using the television show theme.
Yeah, now why?
Well, I think they wanted to give the film kind of a new twist, and they just didn't want. They were afraid of the stigma that the old one might have. So they were,
like the film might be in black and white. Yeah, right.
So they had MC Hammer do a new theme and a rap, I think. The words of the old theme, and so we'll see that in a little bit.
Good.
And under the articles I was reading, in a special screening they used the old theme, and it had such a welcome response that they are actually using parts of the old theme in the film.
The funny thing is, now I understand that RCA Records is going to be re-releasing. I have at home, in fact, the music that we're using tonight. A lot of it, I have the original Addams. See, that again goes back to my watching it in the good old days, and actually have the original cast album from that program. And it is a kick. I always used to, in fact, one of the reasons I wanted it was to hear Gomez's theme. The use of the harpsichord and all those fun, weird effects that they would do really made it a fun musical album. So if you get a kick out of some of the stuff you'll hear tonight, they're going to bring it back, and you'll get to enjoy. In fact, I thought Vic was gone for some reason. His style of music was so incredibly recognizable on these shows. Now, he didn't do Green Acres and Mr. Ed and all that type of stuff.
Actually, I think he did do
I'm sorry, Green Acres, I'm sorry, but he didn't do Mr. Ed or Beverly Hillbillies. That's the one I meant.
Right.
But yes, he did do Green Acres. And again, the things like the Phyllis Diller Show. He wound up conducting the orchestra for the short-lived Don Rickles variety show. Yes. Boy, well, you need these gigs in between flop shows here. But Vic Mizzy, I understand, is still at it. I'd be kind of curious because I just can't see, a fun theme like with Green Acres with the zither and harmonica for something like Terminator 4. I can't. Yes. Right. Yeah, I just can't see that. So I wonder what genre Mr. Mizzy gets into these days.
Do you remember the words to the original theme?
Let me see. Without looking, because let's see. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. The Addams Family. Do-do-do-do. Neat. Do-do-do-do. Sweet. Do-do-do-do. 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 Petite, so get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're going to pay a call on the Addams Family. And I haven't seen the thing in 20 years. I mean, I must have really burned the brain there, with those lyrics. Because I don't even think they had them on the soundtrack album. They just played the melody. And that's all there was to it. Scott, tell us a little bit more about the ticket setup here so that people coming in and wondering, what are these guys doing again on the air here? We're asking people to help both TV23 and Students Against Drunk Driving.
That's right. All the proceeds from tonight will be going to both the local area SAAD chapters and TV23. When you come into Studio 28, there's a special ticket booth on the south end of the lobby where you can pick up those tickets. So just go up there and tell them that you want to see actually I think it's 9:20 showing of the Addams Family, and you'll be all taken care of.
In fact, while you're here at Studio 28, let me throw in a plug for something else on behalf of Jack Lokes Theaters and those who are working hard. You'll also notice a banner, which I know our cameraman, we can't throw it at him, but you'll just see a very large banner in the hallway that says Project Pennies our children are worth every cent. And we just want to say, too, that a number of organizations are using funding from this to help combat such things as drug abuse and so on. So if you got a little extra change in your pocket, I'm sure that you can make it a part of Project Pennies, which is just another way the Lokes Theaters are helping the community.
I'm always amazed at how pennies accumulate in your pocket.
Oh, well, except except when you need one more than you have. Have you noticed that?
Yes, exactly.
I need 4, I have 3. Yes, you know, I need 2, I have 1. Let's see, are you up to another Addams trivia question?
Sure, we'll try another one.
All right. Oh, Wednesday and Pugsley had pets. Now, when it came to the Munsters, just before we get too far, do you remember much about the Munsters, too? I mean,
yeah.
again, reruns.
Herman Munster.
Do you remember what their pet was?
Didn't they have a dragon?
Yes, a fire-breathing dragon. The staircase would always go up.
Always went up
Remember the name? A typical C. Jane, C. Dick, C. Spot the dragon. And I'd say this time, though, Wednesday and Pugsley had a variety of pets, but they had some favorites. So is it A, wolves? And they danced with them on occasion, too. Way ahead of that other fella. And B, was it spiders, their favorite pet? C, black cats, ominously crawling along the baffle of the old house there. Or D, ravens. You think about it. You think about it at home. And while you're thinking about it and straining the memory cells, here's another sad moment.
Hi, I'm Kendra Hudson from Lee High School, Rebels Against Drug Use. We too want to thank TV23 for hosting this benefit fundraiser for SAAD Premiere Night 91. Come on down to Studio 28 and support SAAD with the Addams Family.
Guy here.
Looks like he's practicing for karate.
Yeah, cheap Chuck Norris here. Okay, but anyway, let's take a look here. We had the choices again. They were A, wolves, B, spiders, C, black cats, D, ravens. Wednesday's and Pugsley's favorite pets. Do you remember?
All of those things could have fit in there, but I think it was spiders, wasn't it?
2 for 2. Spiders, and so yes, friends, if you chose spiders, you are right in line. My son would not appreciate that. My son definitely has arachnophobia. He is not. Yeah, he is.
You know, they do. It's funny. Since back when the show was first on, they didn't have the tarantulas and stuff that you could buy at pet stores like you can now. I mean, you can. You can.
Gee, Scott, I remember there were tarantulas back then. We had dinosaurs. We had tarantulas back when I was watching the show originally. Yes.
You couldn't go to the pet store and buy them as pets. They weren't thought of as pets back then.
Yeah, I guess that's true, except for maybe Charles Addams, who might have started the trend, for all we know. Creeping and curling around Uncle Fester's neck and all that other type of stuff. I just thought it was a hairy mole or something, but no, it moves. Studio 28 is where we are here. We're broadcasting live, and you're watching us here on Wyoming Community Television, and which, by the way, we've got some friendly folks here out in the lobby. Now, these friendly folks are wearing the TV23 jackets. They've got another job tonight. It has to do with something that's coming up in just a little bit.
Sure. And, on the way to Studio 28 right now are the local SAAD chapters, and as soon as they arrive, we're going to be moving outside. He's going to reel me right back.
Yeah, I can see he's just going to pull and just send you flying backwards.
We're going to move back outside and talk to these students as they get here.
I was just going to say, Mo, is that why he's pulling your mic cord? Is he just saying, we're going to go outside now? Yes, as he reels you in. The motorcade is on the way.
So it'll be a matter of minutes, and we'll head back outside and meet people as they come in.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also, before the end of the night, find out which SAAD chapter sold the most tickets to tonight's premiere, and we've got a nice plaque to award to them.
Oh, that's neat. So we certainly hope that you'll do something in your own way to help out SAAD. Now, again, if you can't do it tonight, remember they have a variety of things all around the neighborhood. Watch for anything from bazaars to bake sales to you name it. There's always something going on. Students Against Drunk Driving, and talk with your high school about it, because if there's a SAAD program and you want to find out how your teens can get involved, there's a place for them. And most important, of course, signing that pledge, that promise, because again, the whole point is, let's face it, like so many things, abstinence would seem to be the way to go. But it's also saying, look, hey, I'm a teenager. I know that there are going to be some walls I'm going to push, some things I'm going to do, or maybe something might get a little out of control. The whole point is, you're going to back me, you're going to help me, and you're going to keep me from being a statistic.
Right.
So you make that promise together, parent, child, and be those students against driving drunk. Yeah.
Probably wish they had something like that when we were in high school. Well, for you, it was long
Well, yeah, I know, but
were
see,
there
but see,
about
but
prohibition.
yeah, I'm just gonna say yes that Mr. Capone decided to put the squeeze on that program real fast. They had to wait until they put him away before I could get into that. You're fast. Studio 28 is where we are now, sir. Tell me a little bit about what's happening over at KLQ. Throw in a plug for yourself while we have a moment.
Okay, well, currently I'm producing the show from 6 to 10, which is where I'm normally at right now. It's called The Rock and Roll Zoo with Dave Conrad and Allison Hart. And it's just a fun
Yeah, it's a sad moment, he says. Oh, you mean one's coming. I'm sorry. I thought he was a critic for a minute there.
But no, we have a lot of fun with that show. It gives us a little bit of creativity and a little bit of freedom to do things that you can't do during the normal program, the normal day parts. That we play. You know, we try to play as much music as we can, but also gives with a two-person team like that, it gives them a chance to interact.
Yeah, everybody throws that double talent whammy stuff up in the morning, and it's just like,
this is
gee,
kind of
if it's a fun concept, keep it rolling, right?
Exactly, and that was our philosophy when we started the show back in March or April, I think it was. And, going from there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just listen on the way over and on the way back.
Yeah.
Don't keep listening to it. Take a little time out from like about 9:20 until it's over to come by and help TV 23 with the Addams Family and the West Michigan premiere right here at Studio 28. Now, I understand a sad moment awaits us. So that being the case here, first off, shall I go ahead and give you the question here, because this is our lead-in, as I've been told here.
Okay.
All right. Oh. It would not be unusual, right in the middle of a little bit of dialogue, you'd hear, and that would, yeah, that's right, the foghorn would come rolling in. And it's not like there was fog all over the Addams Family house. It had a specific meaning. And it's the foghorn blast at the Addams house was always greeted with what response immediately afterward? Was it A, tide's in, B, Uncle Fester, really? C, mail's in, or D, time to feed the dragon.
This is going to take a little thought. It's a little bit tougher.
It's a little tougher than the normal one here. Well, then maybe we'll run the same sad moment twice to give you more thinking time. But whatever it takes, take a look at what's bringing us together tonight in this sad moment.
Hi, I'm Melissa Ware.
And Ellen Channels from City High Middle School SAAD chapter.
We too want to thank TV 23 for hosting this benefit fundraiser for SAAD Premiere Night 91. Come on down to Studio 28 and support SAAD with the Addams Family.
Yeah.
Did you give it some extra thought?
Yeah, I did. Give me the
Okay. A, when the foghorn blast. Tide's in. B, Uncle Fester, really? C, mail's in. And D, time to feed the dragon.
I think I may be getting the two shows mixed up. It's one of the last two. It's either the mail's in or it's time to feed the dragon.
Now, doesn't mean that the Addams didn't have a dragon, because anything could happen on that show.
That's right. And I wrote my book.
Yes, I'm trying to psych you a little bit.
Let's go with the mail's in.
You're just playing with me. Yes, of course he knows. The mail's in. That's what it was. And who would deliver it? Guess who? Yeah. Hey, speaking of things, we got something hot right now waiting for us here. Remember we talked about a certain fellow just a bit ago with...
Originally used to be MC Hammer. Now he's just known as Hammer. And
he can't spell MC or what there. Just saves time on autographs.
Yeah. And he did the soundtrack for the film. And we're going to take a look at that right now.
The Addams Family Groove.
1991 from Studio 28, the largest multi-screen theater in the world. And we have everybody on the porch getting ready. The limousine should be here shortly. It's live from Studio 28, TV 23's premiere night, 91. Tonight's annual fundraiser for TV 23 will bring you the Hollywood premiere of The Addams Family, and the excitement builds. The electricity is in the air. And we're waiting now for the chauffeur limousine. As parents and friends and The public gather on our portico, ready for the limousines to arrive. You see some of our people there getting ready to escort and open the doors for the various limos that will be here. And Scott Winters and Roger Munyon will be there shortly and tell you about everything that's happening and expected. But as we expect anxiously the limos to be rolling up here to our curbside location, and we'll be telling you all about these cars as they arrive and what we have in the cars. Various students will be involved from the area high schools, hosted for us by Rogers High School. Rogers providing the location for the warm-up of the various school SAAD chapters that are participating so that they could get in their cars and get their instructions. And they'll be here at curbside very shortly. You see a couple limos pulling past the curb now from our citizenry here in the Grand Rapids and Wyoming area. And we wait anxiously for the limousines to roll. We see many lights behind us, but of course, as dark as it is, we can't really tell who's in those limos as yet, but they will be along shortly, and we will be awaiting them shortly. We have a number of cars in the caravan. We hear a group coming down the sidewalk now. I believe it's a band group. And they're escorting the limousines, so we'll have that momentarily. It's either that or it's the Studio 28 security crew that is preparing to escort the limousines down this lane and keep it open. But nonetheless, you see a parade of cars getting ready here for the exciting premiere of another movie. It's a true, genuine Hollywood premiere of The Addams Family, starring Raul Julia, Christopher Lloyd, and it's a real freaky show to see. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. But cars are rolling in, of course, with 20 screens in this theater. There are plenty of movies to see, but we're sure most of the activity tonight is for Premiere Night 91, the Addams Family premiere, premiering all over the country tonight, premiering in Detroit, in Chicago, in Hollywood, in Atlanta, Georgia, and right here in Wyoming, Michigan at Studio 28. We're expecting the limousines. We see one of them down at the end of the curb lane here and should be turning the corner shortly, and we'll be giving you the information as they come along here. We hear some screams and some excitement from the crowd as the tension builds and the crowd gathers here on the portico of Studio 28 for Premiere Night 91, the Addams Family premiere. And we'll be looking to identify some of the stars that you may see. You may see such exciting stars as Christopher Lloyd, Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise, Billy Crystal, even Gina Davis. Any of those people could be at a movie premiere, and you never know, they may have chosen to come to this one in Grand Rapids. So stand by. We'll wait for the limousines to arrive and have some more to tell you. In the meantime, let's check back at the porch and see what Roger and Scott have come up with before we get back to the limousines.
Yeah, but it's okay. Here at Studio 28. Okay, there we go. Hey, I hear ourselves. That's a sign.
Roger Munyon and Scott Winters standing by on the porch, and they will tell us what they have going on at the porch in preparation for the limousine caravan that's due to arrive any moment.
All right, yeah. Well,
we've been standing here for the last 5 minutes wondering if we were on or not.
And now that we've enjoyed the preamble to the Constitution, ladies and gentlemen, the Bill of Rights is following. Yeah, no, come on, that's a pathetic crowd. Talk about paying the sound man back. We're here at Studio 28. Yeah, well, come on. Let's get introduced to some of these. Let's go. Back. Remember, there's a big beef-eating guy there saying crowd control. Yeah, let's get introduced to him. Who are you, please?
I'm Sarah Lesky, and I'm from Lowell High School.
All right, Lowell High School. Yeah.
I have a feeling they're all from Lowell High School.
I see. We have a stacked deck we're dealing with here, so there's going to be a lot of cheering. You're not well, okay. Let's go down the line.
Hi, it's Nick Gleason.
Nick Gleason. Yeah. Hooray! You are.
Jessica Jones.
Hi, Jessica. Yeah.
Brittany Wingmeyer.
Oh, come on. It's your chance. It's your chance.
Pyrak.
Hey, all right, Chris. Hey.
Jamie Trino.
Yay!
Circle.
Oh, boy. What a group. Uh-oh.
Bulls are the best.
The fight's about to begin, ladies and gentlemen. Stand back.
Crowd control.
Yes, real fast. Hey, but no. Yes, the Lowell crowd is here in force. But again, how many different, did we actually get a count of how many groups? I mean, the number of different SAAD groups?
No.
I know you said 70 limousines. So
No, well, we don't have 70 limousines. They actually have other cars in the motorcade with the limousines.
Okay, so in other words, it's one limousine and
69
Yugos, yeah, coming in. And just, in fact, just 3 or 4 Yugos stapled together, yes, being all part of the caravan here at Studio 28. Pardon?
We don't know.
Where are they? Come on.
They're coming, yes. Well, now, young lady, who am I talking to? Get out of here. That's an unusual first name. Must be one of those hippie children. Who are you? Get out of here. Okay, put that on the birth certificate. Okay, fine.
But if you are watching, you do still have time to come down here and join the festivities and watch the premiere showing of the Addams Family tonight at a little after 9 o'clock.
Right. You said about 9:20. I understand. Wait a minute. Is it happening?
5 or 6 doors long at least. There's an open sky roof on this limousine.
We have some people
the
coming.
Winners of the Students Against Drunk Drivers contest sponsorship for most ticket sales sold for Premiere Night 91 get to ride in this limousine provided
How about
by
that? The guy back over there
one
thinks
of
we're
our fine
crazy. He's going
limousine
like this.
services
But anyway,
in the
no.
community. And,
In fact, our
see
brave
the,
volunteer crew out
limousine
tonight, we
now,
thank you
about
guys
to-
too for being
to come
out there
up
with the
corner.
cameras.
We'll find out who's in it.
Yeah, anyway, but I see that this crew here is getting excited. The Lowell crowd is getting excited.
This long stretch limousine right here is the cast for
Talk real loud to me,
the
Scott.
Addams
Is this one
Family.
here? Okay.
You'll see Gomez, Morticia, Lurch,
The first limousines.
Wednesday,
Yes,
Thursday,
it is
Pugsley.
here.
There it is, the cast. And look at that. I think they have a
It's
water
the way.
in the back of that
The guests
limousine.
of honor are here this evening.
Goofy also.
Oh, and that's nice. And look, a hot tub in the back.
On a night like tonight, I think we could use that.
Yes, that's nice. That's where Thing could go ahead and manicure his nails, you know, and do that little thing. They do the soaking of the nails. But the Addams Family crowd has just rolled in, and our courteous attendants are getting ready to bring them out. Otherwise, we take the jackets back and they get cold like the rest of us.
With so many long limousines, it's truly
Yes,
hard getting around the
I
corner
understand,
here.
Scott. I was told that we are going to have a major list of celebrities here tonight.
Oh, good.
Oh!
Major list of celebrities
Now
that will
look,
be
I
expected at
can
this
take a
theater
big hint
tonight
that
for this
anytime I see their
Premiere
hands
Night
moving, we're
91.
talking Lowell.
Lowell, yes.
Yeah. When we see hands go boo, it'll be one of the other schools. But let's find out who's joining us tonight. Another beautiful stretch limo. Oh, it's one of those publicity shy
It's
people.
definitely what you call a stretch
They don't want to be
limo.
seen. Oh. But again, our guests of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, again, the Addams Family.
See the Addams Family
They are all Lowell boosters, to be sure.
there. The excitement.
They're pulling for Lowell, yes, please.
Is milling about in the parking lot at this very
Friends.
moment as we see.
I see that you brought a friend with you this evening. Who do you have with you tonight here, dear Wednesday?
My doll.
And,
Her favorite toys.
oh, and does your doll have a name, or did it have a name up until a certain point?
No.
No? Just, well, I see you do save a lot on play curlers and play permanent, but I see overall, does your friend have a sister?
No.
No? It's an only child? Yeah, in more ways than one. There's certainly going to be. But I'm glad you brought your friend. Pugsley, who did you bring with you this evening? Did you bring any friend or pet or pal?
Well, I accidentally ran them over with my little toy train at home.
Oh, no! You mean Gomez was a little slow on the TNT?
You could say that.
Oh, I could say that? Good. Hey, come on. Crew, we got to get right over here, friends, because our folks there, I know that... Now, look, we do have a major insurance policy in case anything happens to that camera, because I know there have been certain incidents of Addams and cameras that have been, to say the least. Hey, Scott, let's talk to the friend down at the end.
Sure. So did you guys go get dinner since we last talked to you, or where'd you go?
Yeah, we had dinner.
Went to the gala dinner before the show.
Yeah, definitely.
I told Wednesday she's only allowed to play with the food that moves. But she insisted on playing with all of it. For Wednesday.
So did you guys get kicked out of the restaurant and have to come back, or did they let you stay, being such celebrities?
We've got them tied up now.
Tied up in the restaurant.
High School 1. This is the check.
You know,
present 'em. This
we
is the
believe
flag.
in the royal
All right,
treatment.
okay, Darren's coming
We
in the
only
last one
treat
of these
them
games.
in
I
the
will
best.
Start this out.
We had Uncle Fester tie them up. He's the expert, you know.
So do you guys have to go in now and get ready for the show, I presume?
Yes, I believe we do.
Yes, where are our seats, anyways?
Yes.
Do you have our seats ready, Lurch?
Yes, I understand that they're box seats, mahogany boxes. Yes, with nice little brass handles on the sides. It would only seem fitting. But I know, but Fester, you romantic devil, you. I know that when they were out for dinner, and they were having a candlelight dinner, and you with the candle in your mouth, I thought it was such a nice touch.
Didn't you really?
Oh, I loved it. It's just so you.
They loved it too.
He is always a charmer.
I know. And when you left the waitress a tip, basically a card with your name and number on it, you devil, you. Well, I know. I'm giving away all our secrets.
Found out.
Hey, but the box seats are waiting for you, and the Wolfbane popcorn is all set. And I understand that just for you, the fine folks here at Jack Loke's Theaters, they have a special set of candy-covered octopus, all set for you on a stick. Yes, Wednesday's going to love that, I know. So get on in there and get to your seats. Friends, again, the Addams Family joining us here at Studio 28. Lolo Boosters! Ah, I like that, yeah. They are absolutely fantastic. And not only that, we've got, yeah. And I like the way that, they had to order something special for Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got finger food
Finger food,
tonight. But
right.
hey, all right. Hey, can I get a job at, no, never mind. Friends, we're here at Studio 28, and all this screaming every time the... You know, between Delaforce and these guys, we got a pretty easy job tonight, you know that? We can conserve ourselves real well. We are actually live, you can tell, from Studio 28, 28th Street in Wyoming. 20-screen theater, fantastic place to be on a night like tonight. In fact, I'll tell you what, Scott, I want you to do something. Grab the mic here.
Okay.
I want to see how far I can go here. If I don't get hit by a limo, just a second. I saw something last night. I want to see if we're still dealing with it.
What are you looking for, Roger?
Last night, this most beautiful full moon was out.
Exactly.
Just gorgeous full moon. And first thought was, tomorrow night, Addams Family, I don't know, our cameras probably can't get it, you know, because it'll look like the Hubble telescope is what'll happen. They'll think it's an actual Hubble shot, you know, because you can't see it. But wait a minute, it's that nice misty full moon. Light, yeah, scary boys and girls.
And all the fog this morning was just for, effect for the night, too.
Special effect for the end.
Sure. Went through a lot of money to put that together.
Loke's Theaters can do anything, you betcha. So anyway, and don't forget Project Pennies, too, when you come on by. If you got a little extra change in your pocket. Oh, no! You hear it? The screams!
Bill, can the...
I think they were just practicing.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
We're waiting here. We understand.
Okay,
do we have
our
another
first
limo
car
on the way?
arriving now.
we do.
And,
Then let's get ready for our next arrival. And yes, there it is.
they'll be coming around the corner here shortly, and we'll be announcing who they
Which
are.
I know you're supposed to go by here. You just work right across here. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, but you know what was kind of scary? I don't know if you noticed, but you noticed that the Addams Family stretch limo, and they had the hot tub in the back?
Yeah.
Did you notice that was embalming fluid?
Was it really?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that smell was.
Okay,
Yes.
Our first car is arriving now. That is from
car number 1.
Rogers. And Rogers High School with
From
driver
Rogers
Mark
High School.
Kaminga.
Let's hear it for Rogers High.
Also, they have Kelly
silly
Robson,
me.
Jamie Hewitt, and Lisa
I
Miller
really thought I
inside
could get a
that
little
vehicle.
cooperation and cheering here.
Perhaps if we look a little harder, we can see one of the stars.
No. Can't
For,
run away yet, not until you introduce
Area
yourselves
Hollywood,
here. So we've got more of the
premiere.
gang here. Yes, there's our camera. So hello, welcome to Studio 28. You are?
Lisa Miller.
Lisa, nice to meet you. And you are?
Kelly Robson.
Hi, Kelly. And?
Jamie Hewlett.
Hi, Jamie. And there's a Hewlett, yes, already, because it's starting to ring a bell here. I think a family friend, if I think back a little bit here, I'll double check. A John somewhere in the family lurking somewhere? All right, oh, you don't know your own family, right? You know the Addams family, but, you know, the reunion bit just goes right by you. There's more here from Rogers right now. Are we talking about the Rogers SAAD chapter? Are we talking students in general here? What are we, Scott?
From car number 2 at Rogers High School at
Right,
McMahon.
and there's a couple of more who came in the back
Driving
here,
the
so let's
car,
get acquainted with them.
Jack
Hello there.
McMahon. Well, I hope he hasn't.
You are,
stopped before
hey,
he
clever
got there.
comment. Rogers, soon to be
Also
graduate.
included
Yes,
in
that's
that,
so. Okay,
car
you are?
From Rogers High School.
Hey,
are,
that's 2 in a
Andy
row. Hi there,
Zylstra,
you are?
Heather
Heather
Zylstra.
Powers.
Hi, Heather, and you are?
Amanda Spias.
First name again?
Amanda.
Amanda. Welcome again, and oh, there's more coming. Why don't we let you get out of the cold? Yeah. Nice of you to be here. There's more. Stop. Border Patrol, any fruits, nuts, plants, anything like that? Okay, fine. Just thought we'd check. Your name is?
Adam Sanrath.
Hey, oh, another Addams family member here. Fine. And you are?
Missy Kirkhoff.
Hi, Missy. Nice to meet you. And more from the Rogers Brigade here, right? Great. Let's get acquainted with more. You are?
Jessica Rushford.
Welcome. Nice to have you here tonight. You are? Nice and loud.
Ann Sears.
Good. Nice and loud. Good. Nice job. Good. Come on. Let's move along here. We'll go a little bit more at a time here. Hey, all right. Yeah, 4 at a time here. That's the fire marshal's limit. You are?
Jeff Savage.
Hey, no, you're not. I'm sorry. I know that's a lie. Anyway, you are?
Ron Raisins.
Hey, yeah, well, that's your problem. Anyway, you are?
Christine Dow.
And I'll say, look up there. They don't see the back of your head there, They're going to think you're passing for Cousin It. Okay, and so, nice to meet you. Very nice.
We've got a traffic backup on 28th Street.
Oh, we do? Just move them right along. All right, okay, then it's a very simple way to do this, Scott. The count of 3, give us all your names all at once. 1, 2, 3. See, easy, nothing to it. Rogers High School, SAAD chapter at Fresno. Yeah, I know. Get in there. Yeah, she's going to give me a hard time.
2 car number 5s, interestingly enough, from Rogers High
Lee,
School.
Wyoming
One is
Lee,
Christy
yeah.
Poole is the driver,
Let's get him real fast
and
here. You are?
Kendra Hudson.
Nice to meet you. Let's just go right along here, single file. You are?
Joshua Shanley.
Hey, all right.
Jerry Kaufman.
I feel like I'm on Bozo's Big Top or something. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, Jennison.
Oh, Jennison now. We've made a quick switch. The entire graduating class just went by there. Lee just went by. Now we're into Jennison. So you are?
Josh Burrell.
All right.
Scott Mitten.
Yeah.
Dina Van Wyk. Joanna Gray. Barrett Gray.
Cuffy, Buffy, Sissy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. City High School. Yeah, come on. Single file. And introduce yourself to all our friends there. You are?
Ellen Channels.
All right.
And Becky Ackerman.
Yeah.
Aaron Krieger.
Good.
Emily Maxon.
Good.
Sarah Poggi.
Yay.
Andrew Sonderfan.
So far, not a single lie among them. They've all been right. Scott, the high school principal. Whoa. No. The rest of the folks have to know who you are, and you are.
Rebecca.
All right, but look up there. There's where they see you. Good deal.
Rob.
Hey.
Kathy. Carly.
Yes, Cubby, Buffy, Mickey. Okay, and more limousines and cars are coming. And again, folks, if you're flipping through the dial and say, what's going on here? No, it's not Teen Night Court. Instead, it is another group. Let's get to them.
Kentwood High School.
East Kentwood!
And Sam Wright, Vice President of Shakespeare Club. Help sponsor this.
Yay, barely. Good sense. 1 cent. Now, Heather.
Hi, I'm Courtney, President of the SAAD chapter.
All right, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah, look up there. There we go.
Hi, I'm Deanna DiMartina, Secretary.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amy Rosine, and I'm Vice President.
And welcome to Star Search. Here's our spokesmodel.
Hi, I'm Brian Aaron. East Kentwood Roll!
I'm Catherine Nguyen, another East Kentwood.
All right, East Kentwood. Roll on.
Hi, fun.
Okay, good.
Colleen, East Kentwood.
Yeah, great side of the headshot. Look right up there.
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm from East Kentwood. I'm right.
Yeah.
Julie from East Kentwood.
Yeah.
Julie from East Kentwood.
Yes.
Dan from East Kentwood.
Yeah. Hey, you know some of these guys have the same last name from East Kentwood. It's amazing.
Yeah.
to the, whoa! Wait, where are they? Lowell! Hey, it's Lowell! It's Lowell! Hey, let's go! Yeah, okay, Buffy, okay, look up there, give the names. Let's go.
Jessica Stone. Amy Bartlett.
Ben Stafford. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Clay Pilon.
We're losing it, folks. Come on. The Lowell crowd is swamping us. That's all there is to it. They're happy. My mom. Yes.
You can hear the excitement from them. Let's give them a big hand. They deserve it. They've worked hard to get here tonight to this exciting premiere night, 91 at Studio 28, the largest multi-screen theater in the the lobby already filled and crunched to capacity.
That was
fills
Lowell,
up even
and
more.
they took off so fast. Tom was leaving. Wait a minute. What group have we here?
What school?
Lowell. What more Lowell? Hey, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. We have got to. Let's check something because our producer. We have more Lowell here. Then let's do something. You are going to be the recipients here. We understand all the tabulation has been put together. The Lowell SAAD chapter has raised the most money for SAAD for this premiere night. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And we have here, yeah, let's get it over here. Let's see if we can get a shot of it now. $429.75, and that is a fantastic figure next to mine. And anyway, Scott, what do you have there?
To the winning school, we've got a plaque that says congratulations, SAAD champions, February 1991, the Addams Family, that they'll be able to put up in their school trophy case.
Now again, yeah, now who's the president of the chapter here for Lowell? Yeah, because I know we had such a crowd, we couldn't control them all. But wait a minute, you are?
Sponsor.
The sponsor, well, that's good enough.
Good enough, please. Congratulations to take that. Get the trophy.
With excitement. As you look in the lobby, there's plenty of excitement in the lobby as the ticket windows fill up from all these students from
Nice
Lowell,
job, please.
from
Head on
Jenison,
in.
from Rogers, from Lee High School.
But look, you know, I know it sounds cliche, Scott, but let's get rid of this aspect. Because in a sense there were no losing schools because everyone who raised anything for SAAD. The Lowell! Look at the fact, you know what? The city of Lowell has just gained 3 feet in elevation above sea level because everyone's left and the ground is rising. Yes, the whole town just about made it.
The lights off when they left.
Now, which group?
Kellogg'sville.
Kellogg'sville, yay! Oh, without the car behind us, we can get through it now. Let's introduce yourselves here.
I'm Barb Yonker.
Hi, Barb. Yeah, well, that's good for you. Okay, good, Jim. Hey, if you want to keep it the rest of your life, that's fine. Anyway, say hello to all the 9s and 10s of people watching, because they're all here at the premiere.
Hi, I'm Shannon McMurray.
Hi, Shannon. Nice to have you here. Hello.
Hello, I'm Grandma. I'm with her.
Wait, there's another grandmama in there that you'll love to meet. I'm sure you'll love her.
If a grandpa, I'd be interested.
Well, she can give you a few recipes anyway. Well, watch out for Uncle Fester. We've gone through 3 soundmen in 12 minutes. Yes, and we've gone through 3 soundmen in 12 minutes, I hear. Yeah, yes, him too. He's gone. Let's get some names anyway. You are? Oh, whoa. Yes, I mean, that screamed. Tony. All right. Tony, Boboni. Yes, you are? Yeah, Leanne. Christy.
Gino.
I hope so. Otherwise, you stole someone's jacket. Good. Nice to meet you.
Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget.
I'm Eric 2.
Eric 2. The sequel. Yeah. In 3D. But anyway, okay, friends. In this quiet moment while we have it.
3D is what we see here tonight as this
You're watching Wyoming Community
theater
Access
lobby and porch
Television,
fills up with excitement for this
Channel
theater
23,
premiere.
Scott Winters and the quickly disintegrating Roger Munyon. We are quickly out here in front of Studio 28 greeting a variety of young people from SAAD chapters all throughout West Michigan as we get together for this premiere night of the Addams Family in West Michigan. And it's a fundraiser for TV 23 and for SAAD.
You still have time to come out and enjoy the premiere yourself. We've got a special ticket booth on the south end of the lobby.
Right.
You just go out and tell them you're here for the special premiere of the Addams Family for TV 23 and SAAD, and they'll give you your ticket. So
we're going to see more limos coming in, and we're going to see limos and other vehicles bringing in members of the various SAAD chapters. And we're just doing this right up to the nines here, Hollywood premiere style. And again, there's still time for you to, as Scott said, to participate.
And all proceeds will go to both TV23 and the SAAD chapters.
Okay, good enough. And Jim DeWint is already planning his Acapulco vacation, I understand. So he wants to thank you in advance. Now, camera's over here this time. Follow the lights,
This is
right?
Lyle's, I think. Lyle's limousine service.
Oh, yeah, they're on Buchanan, right? Or at least maybe that's where they have the garage there. But yeah, I think I have seen the dandy vehicles there. Yeah, I get this feeling that Elvis is going to walk out any second. You
Elvis
know,
has left the building.
Yeah, Elvis has bought the farm. Yeah, that's right, folks.
He may be here for the premiere later, though.
Yeah, that's what I understand. So if someone comes in and orders 3 buckets of popcorn with extra butter, can I have that? I love it tender. Can you? I just love it tender. Hint, hint. Yes, you know. He's just kind of hoping someone will pick up on him, you know. Anyway, as I go ahead and get into severe medication, you go ahead and get in the car and get on over to Studio 28. Because tonight you can help Students Against Drunk Driving, and you can also help TV23 by buying tickets to the Addams Family. And, well, now wait a minute, more coming. Yes, that's quite all right. Oh, that's fine. Look. Yeah, sure, come around there. I mean, you went to high school, right? It qualifies. Good. All right, good. Embarrass them to death, you know.
We'll expect to be telling you about that.
This is our special runway for the stars.
Sarah,
Very glad.
we do, man.
Jeremy
Roll on in.
Hey, keep going right on, move right on in, and as you go by.
Shannon Bennett. Anna Litsky. Laura Krieger. Dina Beers. Lynn Blau. What am I supposed to say?
Just your name.
Oh, Brand Victory. Nick Blaney.
Okay, what school is this?
He thinks it's a school exam.
More Lowell. Okay, just give me your name. I'll cut into that camera.
Debbie Scone.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi,
Mary.
I like you.
Leanne.
Margaret Ross.
What?
Just need your name.
Betsy Thaler. Kim Schasberger.
Jenny Tate. Allison Kissing.
So you trying to slip by that group
Maggie
here.
Blandon.
We've got a mute here. What's your name?
Millie.
Millie.
Monica.
Now we've got our car hops.
Out of uniform. Wait a minute.
We just thought we'd say watch that time comedy. Watch that time comedy.
A wonderful program.
Produced here at TV23.
I am the star, by the way.
Eric Arnett.
Yes, that time comedy with many fine programs on TV23. Of course, you know, there were some really great shows on TV23 that aren't on currently anymore. But yeah, but of course, we shouldn't dwell back in the past on certain other great shows and deal only with the current great shows.
Current great shows?
Yes.
You know, I understand
I
now
need more
that,
sleep.
Actually, our tongues are getting numb out here.
Yeah.
I understand though that right now we're going to take a look at the what do they call that thing? The MC Hammer. What's that called? The groove. The Addams Groove. They're gonna roll that again for us, and we're gonna get to go back inside.
Oh, great. So anyway, friends, again, you're watching Wyoming Community Access Television, TV23, and if you're just flipping across the dial and saying, here we are, no, it's not Wyoming Fest, it's over. Put away the arts and crafts, save them. It's a few months away. Get to Studio 28. That's where you want to be, because right now, the Addams Family, the next showing, the showing here, I should say, is coming up at about 9:20. So pick up a ticket, help SAAD, help TV23, and help us.
Here's the Addams Groove.
By Rent.
Hammer.
Rent. Oh.
Hammer.
They're finishing up with some more interviews on the porch. We see cars roll up from around this parking lot and people walking from every direction to get to the theater to get their tickets for this exciting premiere night 1991 for the Addams Family. The box office having thinned out a little bit from that big crush that we provided them with from Lowell High School. There were perhaps 30 to 50 kids that arrived courtesy of the limousines from Lyle's Limousine Service, providing them with excellent transportation for a truly premiere night welcome. They sold the most tickets to raise funds for their Students Against Drunk Driving chapter and for TV23 at this premiere night for the Addams Family. And we see some more cars rolling up here, watching at the porch, waiting for activity to continue, and we're waiting to show you more that's going on. We'll be going back into the lobby here shortly to find out what's going on there with Roger Munyon and Scott Winters. This is a true Hollywood premiere night. First showing ever in any theater is right here at Studio 28 of the Addams Family. And we invite you to move inside as soon as we've finished our festivities out here on the porch, and buy your ticket and watch the movie in theater number 6 tonight. It's an exciting time for everyone here that's here, and we'll be taking a look in the lobby in just a moment, but first we want to go to the MC Hammer video for the Addams Family, and we'll take a look at that, and then we'll be back. So stay with us as premiere night continues.
So we're going to stare at... So we're...
28 premiere night, 1991. It's an exciting time from Studio 28 and the 20 screen theaters of Studio 28 right now, and we just heard MC Hammer's Addams Family rap, and now we're ready to go inside the lobby where Roger Munyon and Scott Winters are ready to fill us in on more of the exciting activities of premiere night 1991. Roger?
You know, Scott, if we had to interview each and every one of the gang as they came in, we'd be able to go through about 6 showings of the Addams Family over 3 days. Did you ever see so many kids in your life involved in such a group like that?
So parole students alone.
Ah, yeah. Just think, someone will be able to walk off with a showboat because no one's in town to watch it. You know, just, hey, look at it. Can we take it now? Walk it up to the U-Haul and go. You know, but that's great.
It's nice to see that support from organizations like that.
And even Sherry Nelson, bless her heart, you just had to get that in. A buddy of mine going by there, and I didn't get her name out fast enough. But, you know, Scott, there are 2 things that are neat. Number 1, we are back inside the nice warm confines of Studio 28. And 2, I don't have to worry about losing my position because someone used double-sided tape.
Our little mark down there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wonder why. So it's just, no, there's nothing in my wallet. Don't bother. Anyway, friends, the whole point is here again. If you're flipping across the dial, welcome. You're watching TV 23. We're broadcasting live from Studio 23. The Addams Family, a brand new version of an exciting and an ookie-kookie movie coming back again. And I should say the characters coming back again. And what we also have is, let me get this straight, that we not only have the premiere, but the fundraisers for 2 organizations. And we're checking. Okay, that's your, okay, fine. Okay. From what I understand here, let me make sure I've got this straight. Can you make your choice, or are we sharing this?
I think it's a split type deal.
Split type deal?
Yeah.
Okay. But again, tickets are available here. So if you want to help TV 23 instead of us coming on and doing hour after hour of Borathon, which, you know, it's great. You know, hey, you know, Jerry Lewis is all year to get the top stars. And we tried to get Tom Cruise for a telethon once. You know, we tried to get Lucille Ball. We tried to get, you know,
they were busy.
Jr. Yeah. Is that something about, you know, I'm sorry, Jerry's got me locked on that date, and I just can't get clear. You should have called our agent early. So in this case, or you should have called my agent Orange. So what you have to do is instead you can help us here by picking up a ticket right here at the booth, and that way TV 23 and Students Against Drunk Driving all benefit, and you get to see an absolutely hilarious movie.
It is. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah, it is. Because you've heard a lot of hype, but I think there's something behind this hype. I mean, let's face it. Home Alone? No. But, I mean, is anything going to be Home Alone again? I mean, but at this point, if you want a fun holiday movie, something that just kind of, you know, a little dark humor, a little fun, something to chuckle at, and I've got a sneaking feeling that people are going to look at this and say, I got a relative just like that.
Exactly. I think there are a lot of...
got a weird relative.
There's some Addams Family blood in all of us, I think.
Yeah, and I wonder how it got in there. I'm a little nervous.
Bad transfusion.
Ooh. Hey, speaking of, let's do a transition. Let's go from here to about 1964. Talk about the actors who, which, by the way, you know what I almost did today? I honestly almost did buy an episode. They have now released a number of the episodes on home video.
And I won't plug the store or wherever because, you know, they don't owe me anything. But you know,
And they aren't going to pay for it either,
that's
probably.
right, you know, so nuts to those guys in Woodland Mall. But anyway, so I went strolling through, and there they were, 2 episodes of classic Addams Family for a reasonable price, and thought, my kids have got to enjoy this, because when we go between bouts of cable, no cable, you know, they don't get a chance.
Have they seen any of the Addams Family yet or not?
So. I don't think they've seen, to the best of my knowledge, any of the original episodes. So let's go ahead, as the beverages come in here, let's talk about and kind of use a little memory here to fall back on. Well, go ahead, bring him in. Look, you're not union, for Pete's sake. You can come on. We don't have to pay him $329.50 for an on-camera shot. Thank you. And pardon us, friends.
So we were talking about the original cast of the Addams. And of course, as Gomez Addams, it was John Astin.
John Astin.
And he's 61 years old now.
Yeah, I've seen him recently, and he seems to be ageless. I don't know whether he's just trying to maintain the persona, or, you know, what he would look like, you know, if he didn't have a few minutes in the makeup chair. But the man looks fantastic, and he still has that offbeat, quirky sense of humor.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's interesting. By any chance, did you happen to see the television movie Call Me Anna?
No, I don't know.
Oh, it was a great ABC movie, and it was talking about the very chaotic and dysfunctional life of his former wife, Patty Duke.
You're right.
Patty Duke, and it was just interesting the way that they did handle his role very well. He was not seen as a disruptive force, but a healing force, even though things didn't go well. He just seems to, you know, he's got that weird ability to radiate both a confidence and a likability, but yet there's a funny edge about him. He just has that way of bringing something strange into everything he does, a mischievousness.
Yeah, he was just recently, he appeared as Judge Stone's father on Night Court.
Yes.
So you may have seen him just recently on that. And now it says here that he's finishing up the filming of, like you mentioned earlier, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes Part 4.
Oh.
I don't think I've seen Part 3.
Well, that's just it. As I understand, Part 3 is going directly to video.
Okay, that's why I didn't see it then.
Right. So I wonder if that's the one subtitled Killer Tomatoes Go to France, because that's what they have at the end of the number 2 credits.
Yes.
But no, but one of them is going to be involving the Killer Tomatoes Go to France.
And he plays Dr. Gangrene.
Yes.
Dr. Gangrene.
And if anyone is familiar, in fact, you know, you can even buy or rent the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, the Return of the Killer Tomatoes, where Astin makes his debut in this role. The funny thing is, the film is full of, as you remember, it's full of parodies and setups. They made fun of everything from Rob Lowe, who was busy in the headlines at that time, to the fact that there's several things in that house that are so Addams Family-ish. It almost looks like they rebuilt the classic house. You can see it in the daylight.
Yes.
And see what it was like. So they incorporated a little bit of Addams Family fun inside that movie, the Killer Tomatoes. And look what they're trying to do there. Either that, or Jim is turning to Channel 3 for something more exciting.
And then
our monitor.
Morticia Frump Addams was played by Carolyn Jones.
And you know, the funny thing is, and not to be silly, but there was a young lady who cut in front of us when one of the groups was coming in, and I could have sworn she looked a lot like Carolyn. You know, a young Carolyn Jones, who, of course, did a lot more than just the Addams Family.
Yeah, matter of fact, she was, it says here in the article that she was on Batman. You remember what arch villain she played on Batman?
Because there were a lot of one-shots.
Marcia, Queen of Diamonds.
Okay, that one slips by me, so I'll have to flip back into the Family Channel and catch her sometime.
And she, she died 8 years ago of cancer at age 54.
She was, at that time, doing a daytime drama. And we're going to go ahead.
The daytime soap was called Capital.
Yes, I remember it.
On CBS.
She played a role on that, and it was unfortunately during the taping of that program that she succumbed. But of course, Uncle Fester.
Yes.
That mischievous. There's one line I will never forget from that show, that for some reason they hauled Uncle Fester to court for something that he'd done. And I guess he was giving the judge a hard time. And the judge bangs the gavel and he says, "One more outburst and I'll hold you in contempt." And he goes, "God, that'll make us even." You know, boy, and that was just boom. That's Fester all the way through.
Jackie Coogan played Fester.
Yeah, and not Jackie Cooper, because a lot of people would confuse those. Not Jackie Cooper, who was another child star.
Yes, he goes back to the Charlie Chaplin movie, The Kid.
This is Coogan, who, And again, I understand that he gained some notoriety in the sense that there's a law that's sort of nicknamed the Coogan Law, based on the fact that as he was a child actor, a lot of his money was sort of embezzled, as it were, the money he'd earned.
It says here he later was forced to sue his mother and stepfather to collect the money he earned while still a minor.
Wow. So, I mean, I think that's where the Coogan Law comes in.
Yep.
But again, he went on to do a number of. In fact, I wonder we should probably dig out the Mesa of Lost Women, which is one of the corny movie buffs' all-time favorite bad films. He had a few problems during the 50s and 60s, but the Addams Family came along, gave him steady work, and the next thing you know, he made another name for himself late in his career.
Yep, and he died in 1984 at the age of 69. Mm-hmm. And then we move on to Lurch, Ted Cassidy.
Yes.
You know what I remember Ted Cassidy most? Remember there was a commercial for a washing machine. Remember him standing in the drum of the washing machine? Do you remember that?
By me. No, because I know that he went on to do cartoon voices.
Right.
In fact,
he also did some James Bond movies.
That's one thing that he was upset about. There was confusion. The people would confuse him with a fellow by the name of Richard Keel, who played... oh,
that's right. That wasn't him. That was Richard Keel that did that.
Right, but he used to complain that there was a little bit of confusion in that. The people would mix those two roles up. But I'll tell you what, let me take a while. Oh, some friends over there coming in. Ah, yes. And the rest of the Nelson clan. Ozzie and Harriet coming in there. Good. But, no, Frank and Marilyn. But anyway, getting back to... Ted Cassidy, he went on to do cartoon voices. Take a shot at what famous movie monster became a Saturday morning cartoon that he wound up doing the voice for. Take a long shot.
Movie monster that became
Classic movie monster. I'll give you a
I can't think of anything.
Reptilian.
Godzilla?
Right.
Godzilla. He did the voice for Godzilla?
They had a Saturday morning cartoon series called Godzilla, and he wound up being the voice of the Papa Godzilla. So, you know, a lot of these guys always find work.
You know how tall he was?
How tall?
6'9".
Woo! 6'9". And again, he was quite an imposing figure.
He died 12 years ago at the age of 46 following open heart surgery.
But we do, well, let's see, how many of them are still around?
Actually, I think the only, of course, all the kids, both the kids are still alive. Let's see, Grandma Addams, who was played by Blossom Rock.
That was her name.
She had a famous sister, Jeanette MacDonald.
Yeah. And boy, I'll tell you...
There's a big difference there, wasn't there?
I'll tell you what, some people looked at those pictures and thought it was before and after. No, that's another story.
Yeah, she appeared in such classics as Abbott and Costello, Snow White and...
Yeah, I know. You know, usually Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman and Gone with
This was Abbott and Costello in Hollywood, yeah.
Frank is two real classics.
She died in 1978 at the age of 82. And then Friday, Addams was played by Lisa Loring. Mm-hmm. She was a model from age 3 and...
popular actress?
She actually failed in her first attempt. After her stint as Wednesday, she attempted and failed to lead a normal teen existence. She had a few problems there. She was married at 15, a mother at 16, and divorced by 17. Yeah, that's a lot to happen in your teen years.
All about her and Lauren Chapin, if you know from Father Knows Best. I have a fascinating book on her life, and again, sometimes you don't rebound as well as you think you will.
And she had a short television comeback in the early 80s playing cricket on the CBS soap As the World Turns.
And, of course, Pugsley. Everyone loves him.
Yes. His aunt was actress Ruby Keeler, and his uncle was Rudd Weatherwax. Remember him?
Yeah, okay. I mean, where does that name ring a bell?
From the Lassie.
Yep, you'd see that name. Lassie is owned and trained and everything by Rudd Weatherwax. In fact, Pugsley's younger brother was actually the second Lassie in the series. Put him in the suit and made him do the stunts.
He spends, today he's working as a key grip and crew laborer for the television series such as China Beach and Full House. So he's still involved, just kind of behind the scenes now.
And one person left, Felix Cillian. It sounds like a strange name, but then who else could be better chosen for someone like a Cousin It?
Yes.
Still doing the rounds, I understand, right?
Let's see here. He's still active in the industry. He's performed stunts and doubled for children in a number of films, including Indiana Jones and The Temple of Doom. He's only 3'10".
That's it. Yeah, he's probably somewhere in my family tree, I think, too. But, friends, for those of you just looking by, now that we've gone through a short history of some of the classic Addams Family characters, you've had a chance, and you will have a chance to meet the new Addams Family characters if you join us here at Studio 28. Now, this is not our only visit here at Studio 28 concerning this motion picture. The rumor is that you and I were here earlier.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we were here, putting together with some of the students from the local SAAD chapters. They came down to help us put together the spot that you keep seeing running between some of the shows.
Now, you and I got through it with no problems.
No problems whatsoever.
No sweat.
Went in there, they gave us the script. Yeah, gave us the script, read through it once, and they rolled the tape, and it was right there.
Not. Isn't that the operative word?
Not, yes.
Yes, because I understand that some vengeance-minded guy, isn't that the guy that we deafened with the Lowell crowd?
I think it was.
He's got his finger on a button back there in the van, and I'll bet no one would believe that you and I could have possibly fouled up anywhere.
No, never.
But seeing is believing. Watch it.
I'm sorry, Bill, but I'm leaving, and nothing you say can stop me. Do you hear me? Nothing.
Hollywood premiere of The Addams Family here at Studio 28 on November 22nd. Hi, I'm Scott Winters.
Hi, I'm Roger Munyon. You know, Scott, our annual 23 premiere night is one of the most fun things we do all year round.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I think, God, that wasn't you.
Yeah,
listen.
Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2.
She's both. Who's been in this tux? I want someone I can depend on for 3 words.
All right, let's do it.
It's the annual, it's the
Hollywood premiere. The Hollywood premiere of The Addams Family on November 22nd. Yeah, we told you. You guys went to bed early.
Well, it was annual, too. Yes, we'll be here the same time next year on this promo.
the Hollywood premiere, November 22nd, of The Addams Family here at Studio 20. It's the Hollywood premiere of The Addams Family on November 22nd here at Studio 28. Hi, I'm Scott Winters.
Hi, and I'm Roger Munyon. You know, our premiere night with TV 23 is one of the fun things that we do all year. It's close, isn't it? It was close. It was starting to roll toward it, and all of a sudden it just left us right away, didn't it? The
score now is 1-1. Someone's gonna break the tie. Three.
5, 4, 3, 2, and...
You have to give us about 2 more minutes, but we're still too ruined. It's gonna be one of those now, isn't it? What? Oh, we know it! You know, all right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Wait, let's do the pain technique. I'll step on your foot and you step on mine, yes.
4.
It's fascinating. We look like a couple of penguins on peyote.
Yeah, we did. See how easy it is to do something like that, though?
Yeah, because it was a simple thing. All of you saw this professionally crafted 30 or 60-second announcement. No problem whatsoever. And of course, it only took us about a day and a half to get it right. You know, there's nothing to this show business stuff.
Kind of makes you glad that live television ain't what it used to be.
That's right. That's right. Everything used to be live. At least now we can go back and yeah, we're live as we speak.
Can we roll back and let you introduce this whole segment all over again?
Start from scratch again? I don't want to go back to 7 o'clock.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's waddling behind me here? Richard! And what do you have?
Popcorn's movie night.
Oh, hey.
Evening, Scott. Good evening. Hi, everybody out there at home. You're missing it. Stay in the car.
Yeah, no,
How many minutes do they have?
Mr. Westra, being the type of person that he is eating from a recycled popcorn bucket. So we just want you to know that.
Popcorn. Yeah, that's true.
No, I doubt that. Not here at Lokes, anyway.
Oh. So how many minutes do we have? The countdown?
Actually, the show goes to about.
Died about.
Memories, Roger?
Yeah, that's right. We said that.
The show starts about 9:20, so you still got about 40 minutes. Actually, if you're watching, you still got time to get down here to Studio 28 and buy your ticket and catch the premiere.
Yes. And when you get here, just head up to the specially marked booth.
On the south end of the lobby.
Right, and you will, well, first, it'll be kind of hard to miss all the TV23 trucks and paraphernalia, so you'll know you're in the right place. You know, if you pull up somewhere and you don't see TV23 all over the place, say, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to that certain cinema. I'm coming to Studio 28 where the action is. And then you get on down here. I'm shameless in my plugging. Totally shameless. You notice that?
I wondered how long you've been doing this today. Now, you're on your third hour. Is that what I hear? I know that's small potatoes for this guy, but
yeah, I know we're rerunning our first hour. Is what we're doing, and no one knows that's what we're doing. We're doing the first hour all over again.
Well, we of course here at TV23 want to stress the fact that this is in fact a premiere night, a fundraiser for the station, but it's also kind of calls attention to the fact that throughout the year, the opportunity is always there to get involved with TV23. Fantastic programming, local origination. People here that you'll visit with tonight, if you come out to the station, have been out here working hard day in, day out, year after year, especially that old guy running around there in the boots, that Jim DeWint fellow. Yes, I recognized him until he got this strange gray overcoat apparatus on tonight.
Well, in fact, we as a public service, we should make a slight disclaimer. Because if you're thinking of volunteering at TV23 and being a part of a fine, august organization, we just want to tell you, Scott and I only show up occasionally. We just want to let you know. We wanted to let you know that.
I noticed you had your fall weather gear with you tonight, though.
Well, look, I was prepared for tomatoes, eggs, anything. You know, we've done these before.
Yeah, we have.
We know the crowd.
I noticed you had quite a crowd here from some organization. Where were all these kids from that were crowding in the door here?
Shall we scream at the top of our lungs like they did? Lowell High School! Yeah.
So Lowell's well represented, but don't they belong to some kind of an organization here? What's this all about?
Well, take it, sir.
So the West Michigan, various chapters of the West Michigan Students Against Drunk Driving, and they helped us with this premiere tonight. And part of the proceeds go to the area chapters that helped out. And Lowell won with the most ticket sales for tonight's show. They raised over $500 for tonight's effort.
Yeah, in fact, that's what they've done. They've closed every store in Lowell tonight because
they're all here.
Buying. Yeah,
that's right.
You know, that's it. You know, they've taken all the money and put it toward tonight's extravaganza. And again, our thanks to all those involved in Lowell, but not only them. We said before.
Oh, we had that.
It sounds cliche, I mean, was there in any sense a true loser? I mean, if something was going.
No, everybody was a winner.
No, sir. What organizations were you a part of in your high school days? I've got to wonder.
A long time ago, back when there were horses and buggies, and I was in high school. No, we they called it a journalism club or a
Describe and quill
for student newspapers, but you know, really that was just a thinly disguised excuse to go poke our nose in, where obviously we weren't wanted, but it was really interesting to go and spy on everything else that was going on. And of course then they got into debate, where you don't actually get to hit them, but you get to say anything you want for 10 minutes. And then of course they get to stand up and say anything they want for 10 minutes, and then you get a rebuttal. So we used to go and...
It was basically standing libel, right? It was basically...
intellectual thrashing, yes. That's what we used to do. That's correct.
But Mr. Wester has gone on to a variety of things here. Those of you who have seen him around Wyoming 23 and also GRTV, Mr. Wester is an excellent producer and, again, part of the volunteer spirit of community access television. How many years overall now?
I have absolutely no idea, and really, if you really count, it's too many. I can't keep up with the people at TV23. I was just a mere broth of Aladdin's short pants when Scott got involved in television here with Jim, and So I come relatively late to this, but you know, we get involved with a show here in TV 23 that's been going on for probably 6 years now called Kent County Today. You know, everybody wants to save the planet. Everybody is environmentally aware these days, but you know, you just can't save the planet because it's too far to drive. You just can't get there from here, right? But you can get to Kent County Today. And coming up in December on the 10th and the 17th, I'll get my show plug in here sooner or later, you know. The staff and management of TV 23 has been kind enough to offer me a little simulcast time. So we're going to use the public access system, the 23s, to reach all 118,000 cable drops, all you viewers out there, for an hour on the 10th and the 17th. And we're going to first deal with America's role in the world, how it's changing. It's a National Issues Forum extravaganza, and we urge, of course, everyone to tune in on the 10th.
It's going to be another one of those egg-headed shows with people like Bernard Wilford, Hyde White, Smith, Vuker, you know, there's 29 hyphens in the names.
That's true.
There's a lot of Bach in the background.
Back when I was an old hippie, very few people would stand still to listen to me. So I found to stand behind the camera and let people in suits do the talking. And in fact, I'm going to follow my own advice and do that right now. I do have to add one last thing here, though. That we've been working.
One last thing. Go
we've
ahead.
been working on a charity basketball tournament that started out in Little Lowell. Moved to Belding a couple years ago, the Gus Macker, and they give away over $500,000 in charity money. It's all over the United States. It's just gone completely crazy. And the voice of the new Macker promotional video is standing here, and they were thrilled with the edit master today when they walked out the door.
Oh, hey, that's good news.
So
thank you.
It really turned out well, and they, of course, extended their appreciative comments. So when you get to Belding this summer for the Macker, look for the truck, the TV 23 truck, and stop by and say hi to us. That's right.
But did the check clear?
If they had any money, they'd be dangerous. This is called the Macker, the Gus Macker, because Gus got involved with this with his high school friends, and they gave away more of the money than they raised.
Yeah.
So finally his brother, who is an attorney and is known to have a little more common sense than the rest of the family, got involved, and now they hope to be in the black this year. So we'll see.
Anyway,
but
Richard,
it's always great. Thanks to you boys for being out here and working hard on behalf of TV 23. Can't say enough about the fabulous things that go on over here at the station, and they definitely deserve your support.
Well, thanks, because we stand around, you know, we sound like a couple of jabbering idiots, but you know, let's face it, we have this is our particular skill of just being able to stand in front of a camera with nothing on our minds, nothing in our heads, and
ramble.
Just roll. Yes, this is our job. If you put me in front of an editor, I could be dangerous. But the thing is, no matter what, let's face it, people who want to get into different facets of entertainment or education or whatever the case may be, if you want to learn more of the producing, directing, editing side, there's a place for you at 23. If you want to learn camera, lighting, sound, there's a place for you at 23. If you want to get in front of the camera, you're going to have to beat us up first.
That's right.
We got a lock on this. We got contracts till 94. So, no, there's always room for fresh talent. But, yes, and in fact, I've been looking for some now, Scott. In fact, you're not, well, in fact, I don't know.
It isn't Saturday yet.
Hey, all clowning aside, Rich Westroy does a variety of things. He can do everything from formulate programs to bring the concepts together as a true producer does. So let's throw in a plug for TV 23 while we're at it. Not only are you helping us financially, but if you've got a dream, a vision of something you want to express to West Michigan, or if you want to learn how to express yourself to your community, TV 23 is a place for you. So stop by 3333 South Division, and Vicki and Timothy Wind and Tom and all the rest of the gang there. They'll be glad to direct your focus and get you where you ought to be.
Good. And we want to thank some of the local SAAD chapters for making tonight's whole event possible.
Yes.
And yes.
Did you guys get too cold outside? You didn't want to come.
We noticed you were still out there, so we figured it was taken well taken
waiting
care of.
for the next cars in the caravan to come across.
You know, talent. We're a bunch of big soft babies. You know how
they got so excited, I guess, when they saw Lowell High School load up those 3 limousines with cars that they decided to park theirs and get in quick and get a ticket before the Lowell kids got all the seats.
That's what we understand. We were expecting a big flock of cars, folks. Again, you tuning in, we got to bring you up to speed. We're here at Studio 28. We're having a great time. It's the West Michigan premiere of the Addams Family. SAAD chapters from all over West Michigan, students against drunk driving, came in limousines. You never saw such a rowdy, excited, and fun bunch of young people in your life.
But most of the people who showed up in their own cars, and we were told we had 70 cars that were going to be here. 70 cars fit into 3 limousines. That was a packed group, I'll tell you.
Burger King across the street was panicking. They thought if they all make a right turn, we're going to have to close early. No, they were coming here to enjoy all the fun here at Studio 28 with the Addams Family.
Well, it certainly is an exciting night. And, you know, when you turned around and looked at this lobby is now starting to thin out because the movie's going to be starting here in about 5 or 6 minutes. But it was filled to capacity with people. You couldn't get to the ticket windows or get through the lobby without excusing yourself around people. It really was an exciting premiere night start.
A lot of
course,
support
the electricity is now in the theater.
A lot of support from the area SAAD chapters.
It's awfully hard to run them projectors without it.
I'm certainly glad.
Boom.
Yeah.
We got a rim shot around here.
Matter of fact, we have another SAAD moment to take a look at.
Are we going to rerun the last
No,
5
not the
minutes or
blooper
what?
tape again, no. These, once again, one of the area SAAD chapters came into the studio and recorded, we like to bill it as a SAAD moment. And so let's take a look at that right now.
Hi, I'm Carrie Postma from the Jenison High School Students Against Driving Drunk chapter. We also want to thank TV23 for hosting this benefit fundraiser for SAAD Premiere Night 1991. Come on down to Studio 28 and support SAAD with the Addams Family.
That was the SAAD group from Jenison.
It's one of those things, Scott, that when people try to make something positive out of a tragic situation, again, we had parents who were affected by the loss of their teenage children, whether, you know, through their own fault or that of someone else's. Again, if they were just riding in the car when someone else had one too many. And instead of making it a perpetual reason for sadness, they've turned it into a strength. And they've developed a program where students and parents, you know, young people get together with their parents and make a promise to each other. You know, it'd be great if no one ever picked up a bottle and got behind the wheel.
But they realize that that's unrealistic.
Yeah, life happens. So what do you do instead? They've made a promise that if they feel that for any reason they cannot go from point A to point B without threat to themselves or someone else, that the parents will take responsibility, deal with the situation, and then, you know, deal with it later at home in a cool way.
Right.
But all in all, again, Students Against Drunk Driving chapters all around West Michigan, all over the state, all over the country. Again, they're worthy of your support.
Yes, they are. And like I say, we had a tremendous response for tonight with their help. I'd start naming them off, but I'm sure Bob will read through the whole list when we get ready to close this down because I don't want to forget anybody. But we had a tremendous response from everybody. They helped us sell tickets tonight. And the group from Lowell, astronomical effort. They won. They sold the most tickets and helped their organization with over $500.
They got a beautiful plaque, and that was a nice touch, too, from TV23.
And did you see the size of that check?
Oh, yes.
You should see the checkbook that it was written out of.
Well, the thing is, I want to see them put it in the Teller 24 machine. I want to just put it in the little envelope and make it work.
That'll definitely hold up the line at Myers.
Anyway.
Hi, I'm Tara Hammond from the Lowell Students Against Drunk Driving SAAD chapter. We also want to thank TV23 for hosting the benefit fundraiser for SAAD Premiere Night 91. Come on down to Studio 28 and support the Lowell SAAD chapter with the Addams Family.
Okay.
1 minute?
Yeah, give us a 1 minute cue when we get it.
Yeah. So, and 3 dead sheep. Yes, and that's what it takes.
Anyway, that was the that was the Lowell SAAD chapter.
Again, the award-winning group tonight at the fundraiser. Come on, you've got about 15
minutes to get down here.
So jump in the car, come on over. You see, get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on, because you're going to have a ball as you sit down and watch
the Addams Family.
Right here at Studio 28. So
first of all, we should thank the cable system in Wyoming and Granville and Jenison, the Granville Jenison. I don't remember what they're called. WCET for picking us up tonight. We also want to thank GRTV for picking us up tonight and making this whole thing possible.
I had to drive myself over. Who picked you up? I'm sorry. You mean putting us on the
Putting us on it, yeah.
Okay, I got it. Anyway, so until the next time some crazy event happens,
our best
Christmas
to you.
parade will probably be next.
That's right.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
That'll be wonderful. So, friends, give yourself an early present. Come on and watch the Addams Family.
Classic Chevrolet is one of the underwriters for tonight's Premiere Night 91 from TV 23. Lyle's Limousine Service for the beautiful white limousines that chauffeured the Lowell High School students here to Premiere Night 91. Little Caesar's Pizza for providing us with the necessary fulfillment to keep going. Sheldon Cleaners for costumes for the cast of... And this is Bob Delaforce inviting you to join us again when TV 23 presents another special entertainment presentation. TV 23 Premiere Night has been a presentation of Wyoming Community Television, also simulcast with WCET Grandville Jenison and GRTV in Grand Rapids.